Before you book your New Zealand trip, you'll want to know what accommodation really costs. But too often travelers either overpay at chain hotels or go dirt cheap and regret it. In this video, I'll walk you through what you can actually expect to pay and where to find the best value. From cozy cottages to unforgettable stays in stunning locations. I'll share 10 places I've personally stayed at so you know they're the real deal. Let's dive in. So let's start with the basics. If you're coming all the way to New Zealand, chances are you're looking for something truly special. Waking up to breathtaking views, meeting the locals who share insider tip, and staying somewhere that feels uniquely Kiwi. Now, New Zealand isn't a budget destination, but there are plenty of accommodation experiences that deliver real value, if you know where to look for. In these days, many travelers want experiences that matter. If this sounds like you, you're in the right place. So the overall New Zealand accommodation landscape falls into several categories, and the price differences might surprise you. At the bottom end, you got backpacker hostels starting with around 25 New Zealand dollars per night for a dorm bed. Shared facilities, young crowd, budget focus. Nothing wrong with that if that's your scene. By the way, at the time of recording, the New Zealand dollar is about half euro, so you pay 50 cents euro for 1 New Zealand dollar and 60 cents US for 1 New Zealand dollar. Then you have the motels, typically around New Zealand dollar 120 to 200 per night, clean, functional, but often located on busy highways. Think of them as the New Zealand equivalent of an American roadside motel. Then we have the standard hotels that range between 200 New Zealand to 400 New Zealand dollar per night. These are your chain hotels. They're comfortable, but you won't be getting any authentic New Zealand experience. Now here's where it gets interesting. Memorable boutique lodges and bed and breakfasts sit in the New Zealand $300 to $700 range during the summer season, so between November and March. This is where you hit the sweet spot. Places that are owned by the locals, often in stunning locations with personal touches you simply can't get anywhere else. Then at the top end, ultra luxury retreats can cost between 2,000 and 5,000 New Zealand dollar per night. Incredible experiences, but way beyond what most travelers need or want to spend. By the way, I already done a full video on accommodation options in New Zealand, going into much more details on pros and cons, so you can check it out up here if you want to go deeper into it. So now we covered the basics. Next up, what most guidebooks won't tell you, location and timing can make a New Zealand dollar 300 bed and breakfast or cottage feels much more luxury than a $600 hotel. You'll be amazed. If you find this video helpful, please hit the subscribe button below to stay in touch for more helpful New Zealand travel videos to come. Please tick the like button below as well, as it helps our channel to grow. Thank you very much. Next up, what you'll pay. There are 3 big factors that can dramatically change what you'll pay for accommodation in New Zealand. First, location. A lakefront apartment in Queenstown might cost you double of what you pay just 45 minutes down the road. The secret: those lesser known spots are often more spectacular and far less touristy, therefore come at a lower cost. I'll share of my favorite places later in this video. Second, seasons. The peak summer season between November and March can double prices. But here's an insider tip. If you travel April, May or September and October, you'll often get beautiful weather and much better rates. Especially in April and May, that's the time I personally like to travel New Zealand. And third, timing. The best boutique stays, the ones with real character, often book out 8 to 9 months ahead. Meanwhile, chain hotels and motels, you could often book them tomorrow, and that alone tells you where the truly memorable experiences are and what travelers are looking for. So what does New Zealand dollar 300 to 700 a night for accommodation actually gets you in New Zealand? Keep in mind the exchange rate to euro is 50 cents euro and in US dollar 60 cents for 1 New Zealand dollar. Imagine this, you wake up in a lakeside bed and breakfast in 𝗬𝗹 where the owner greets you with a warm, freshly baked bread and local honey for breakfast. Then instead of a generic brochure, they hand you a hand-drawn map to a hidden waterfall that few travelers ever find. That's the difference between simply staying somewhere and truly experiencing New Zealand. People make such a huge difference when you travel this part of the world. So here are my top 10 value for money stays in New Zealand. You find links in the description box below to each property. Number 1, Treagle Lodge in 𝗬𝗂𝗃𝗃. This is the perfect base to explore the Bay of Islands and the wider Northland region. It's like a holiday house really. Number 2, the 𝗬𝗁𝗃 𝗂𝗃 beach on the Coromandel Peninsula. This accommodation is only 5 minutes walk to the beach. It's more budget focused, but it feels like a real New Zealand beach experience. Number 3, Parkside Boutique Lodge in Rotorua. It's located a little outside the center of Rotorua, but that is the beauty of it because it feels much more local. Number 4, Bellevue Boutique Lodge in 𝗬𝗹. Here is where you get the wake up to Lake 𝗬𝗹 views that rivals anything around the world. Number 5, Tasman Village Cottage in the Nelson region. This cottage is located between Nelson and the 𝗬𝗆 National Park. The Great Taste Cycle Trail is just a few meters away, and the insider knowledge by the hosts to the region's best food and wine producers is invaluable. Number 6, The Breakers, located right at the wild west coast coastline north of Greymouth. Your hosts will tell you exactly where to find deserted beaches and hidden walks. But note, this property you have to book at least 8 to 9 months in advance. Number 7, Burn Cottage Retreat in Cromwell. This locally owned cottages are located within a beautiful garden setting. It's stunning and offers really good value for money to explore the region. Number 7.5, Mount Michael Lodge in Cromwell. I simply can't resist to add this to the list. It's nearby Burn Cottage Retreat. This place is a bit more upmarket, but remember I mentioned that truly hidden spot compared to Queenstown? This is it. Number 8, Hayley's Lodge outside Te Anau. This is a great base for exploring Milford Sound and the Fiordland region, but you really need to book this one 8 to 9 months ahead during the summer season. Number 9, Red Cottages in Stavely. This property is a real hidden gem in the Canterbury High Country. The location is totally missed by many travelers. The hosts are friendly locals and the facilities are just lovely. Number 10, Glenburn Coastal Retreat outside Kaikoura. Located outside the village, these beautiful villas overlook both the ocean on one side and the Kaikoura Mountains on the other. It's simply a stunning location and great facilities. All 10 of these accommodation options offer something you simply cannot get at standard hotels, and that is genuine connections with the local people and access to wonderful memories money can't usually buy. And that is it, New Zealand's best value stays. Book early and you'll get the pick of the bunch. Now, do you want to plan your trip of a lifetime? Check out my New Zealand sample itinerary playlist up here. Thanks very much for watching. See you in the next video.